The Arc and Arc Raiders can be a struggle for any player in the game. But I have played a butt ton, almost at max level. I know I need to touch grass. I'm sorry. Okay, but this game is just so freaking fun, man. In this video, we're gonna go over every single arc, the way to handle them as a solo player, and I'll give tips for groups too, even though everything becomes easier as a trio. But as a solo player, even if you want to attack a Bastion or whatever it may be, you can. You just gotta know how to handle it. So I'm gonna go over every single arc, including the Queen, and how to best handle them in Arc Raiders. We're gonna start by covering a bit of gear, and then we're gonna talk about how to best deal with all of the Arc and Arc Raiders. Grenades do extremely well versus Arc. Now, there's some favorite of mine. This one is really cheap, and it's very good for players too. So if you don't know if you're gonna be fighting Arc that game, these are so cheap to make because the little chicken pants gives you free materials all the time. So you can always bring in a 5-stack. Well, not always, but most of the times. Then you have the trigger grenade, which is basically a C4. Throw it and right click. This one deals 90 damage, which is an extreme amount. And then the second favorite I like is the snap blast grenade. This has a 70 damage, which is also pretty good at a 7.5 meter radius. Same as the C4. The blaze grenade is really good too. Fire does a lot of damage to Arc. And then we have the wolf pack grenade, which you've probably seen, the pink grenade that blows up and then it sends out little projectile homing missiles that targets the Arc. Pretty dang good saucy. There's one more item that does really well against Arc, which isn't really a nade, but it's still a quick use item. It's a little flame can, and you can walk right up to big Arc. Now, this does most of the time require you to have a teammate to tank it so that you can run around, but the flame damage is so high that they die extremely fast. Which gun should you use for them? If we're talking eco, an anvil is really good. You really just want to look at the Arc armor penetration stat here. It says strong, but if you look at some of the other guns, such as the Rattler here, you can see that's moderate. You have the Tempest, moderate, so that's not super great. Shotguns are not good. As you can see, Arc armor pen is weak. And then we have a look at all the little kettles and stuff, very weak. So I suggest you use either an anvil or a Pharaoh. A Pharaoh is very good too, and the anvil is just easy to deal with all Arc with, including players too. By far, probably all around the best gun that you could easily get your hands on. Last is the King. It's a hull cracker. It can be upgraded to reload faster. It can be used for anything from Queen to Bastion, whatever you want to shoot at. This one will, with the Queen, good placement and all that. If you want to solo the Queen, I'll bring in about 2 to 250 of the little shells for them. They're not that expensive, but again, you can buy 1 a day of these from the shop. It's not that far into it when you've done quests that you'll be able to buy that one every 24 hours. The Queen is simple. Now we have it on spaceport here. All you really know is it has a laser shot you want to dodge, and it has a little, whatever the heck. It has little rockets that shoots up in the air that lands on you, and then it blasts into little flame pools. When it does the laser, you dodge out of the way, and after that, you really just gotta have a hole breaker, wolf pop, grenades, whatever the heck. Grenades don't matter in this, okay? If you have a legendary gun like a pen, that could be good too, but for the hole cracker, even 150 can get it done if you aim at the top of it and just blast the top. You want to get to the brain part, nothing else. Not the legs, no. You want to go for the top. Now, if you can't have the high ground, sure, go for something else, but I haven't seen where you can't yet. So really just pop that open, and then as soon as you have it open, you'll do way more damage getting those hole cracker shots into the center of the brain. And the brain pops up every time the Queen goes for the laser attack. So if you are a group and you're not targeted by the laser, you want to be shooting that little pop, as you can see here, every time it's visible to you. This was a solo run where a bunch of people ended up joining in. But as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. You can't solo it, but it's a 3-man. If you know what you're doing, which I now showed you, and if you didn't already know, it becomes actually pretty easy, and your biggest concern is dealing with other trios coming your way. But you could also solo it and call for a bunch of other solos to help you out, but then you'll also have to share a bit of the goodies because they're fast gobblers, man. I'll tell you that much. So if we take a look at the Bombardier here, it has a weak spot. There's a little yellow barrel in the back, and that's really all the weak spots is those yellow barrels. But I'm a solo player, so it doesn't really apply to me. It also comes with these little 2 drones that you can 2-shot with an anvil. That'll come over and ping you, and when that pings you, hold up, let me focus here. When that pings you, it'll give the Bombardier a target. So when it pings you like that, you can hear it just charging up, and now it's gonna shoot on that spot. So if we roll over here. Again, a really good thing you can use for Bombardier is the flame cannon, where you can go up and flame it up close. But other than that, weak spot right there is really, really good. It takes a bit of charge for him to shoot, so you can get a couple of shots off like that. Of course, Bombardier would be easier with a group,
So one can kite it away and the other one can shoot it at the weak spot. There we can see they're back up again. They're going to try to ping me. But really with a hull cracker, it doesn't really matter where you aim because the hull cracker is so good at arc. But if you are a solo player and taking it on solo with a ferro or an anvil, I would go for the legs one at a time. And do keep in mind that when you do get a leg off of it, it stuns locks it for like 5-10 seconds. So it gives you a bit of free time to go hit that weak spot in the back of it too. Get that extra damage. And then you might just get it down in 2 legs. So we just kind of peek around. And then when we get a chance, we go blow it again. Bop out of the way when it shoots again. We'll bop the other way. Of course, I'm out of stam, so I'm gonna eat this one probably. Nope. The leap is your friend. So again, we want that full stam bar, so when he shoots, we can dodge out of the way. And then he's just not gonna shoot again. That's totally fine. These guys are now useless. So you don't really need cover. If you got a little bit of range and you got stam, you can dodge out of the way with a roll. And then when he shoots the next one, you don't want to run because he will predict where to land that shell. So you run after the shell is shot. So if you're running this way, you hear the shell, you turn around because otherwise he's going to perfectly align with the trajectory of what you're running. So really, the hull cracker is more of an example of how good that is. You could also easily take this down with C4 or any other stuff. All these bigger robots have this ability where they do this little glitter ability where it blows up in a circle around it, and the Bastion and the Bombardier has a very large range, so no, you're not gonna land on top of it and just smash it to pieces unless it's already low. Then it might work. So let's deal with it without the hull cracker. This is kind of a risky spot to do it from, and I took a silly hit when I should have leaped, as I'm doing right here. But even I realized something when I'm doing it, and I realized that standing right up against the wall like this, the Bombardier can't hit you with the shells, so it makes it extremely easy to take him out. Makes it pretty easy. Shoot his little drones. I would still suggest these boxes up here on spaceports are really good with a window. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Do you need some cells? I was just recording a clip.
Yeah, I put C4 in it earlier. I need just 1 cell.
Alright, well shit, grab them all, man. All good, all good, all good. Alright. Now, I chose to fight it from a really risky position to show that it can still be done. Now, it got kind of close there, but as I was just trying to say, fighting from these hut around here, like I showed with the Leaper clip earlier, is a really good spot to do it. I went in here with green shields and just the anvil upgraded. If you have a Pharaoh, you could also do that, but it would take a little bit longer. But again, some explosives and some heavy hitting arc damage, and you're good to go. You don't need the hull cracker. It could easily be done with just some explosives and an anvil or a Pharaoh, or something better if you have. Now over here, we got some PvP. I would like to fight this Bastion. The Bastion is essentially the same thing. It's got that yellow barrel in the back of it. See that little yellow spot? That's on all the arc, the big arc. That's the weak spot you want to hit to deal the most damage. But again, if you have something like the hull cracker, let it rip. Now he's kind of silly. He can't look directly up, so we're in a corner like this. But if you don't have the hull cracker, again, being up high on a wall where you can trap it because it always walks towards you. Then you just stand up top, you aim with your anvil or your Pharaoh right at the legs, and just take them down one by one. Let's give this guy the loot. You go ahead and loot it, man. I'm good, brother. Oh, he just got killed by another player. I feel so bad. After I just killed the thing and said he could loot it. But I mean, even the hull cracker versus these. Doink. Let's deal with this bad boy. The Rocketeer, the all-time favorite of a lot of people. The one everyone dies to in the beginning. How do you deal with it? Well, at first, when it just sees you, it flies really slow and you can easily run away from you. But once it detects you, let's see if we can get it to detect. See, it turns yellow. It flies pretty slow. You could easily run around a corner or something. And in about 30 seconds of flying around without seeing you, it will completely forget about you. Now, once you do shoot it, it turns red and goes really fast. The way to deal with a Rocketeer is just simply take out 2 propellers. In my opinion, excuse me. In my opinion, that's the easiest way to deal with it. You see now it's red. So we start focusing 1. It pops this laser. You want to avoid that rocket. So really just don't be in the open when you fight this thing, right? And then always use a roll just so you don't get hit. Buildings like this with windows is also extremely good.
But really, it's just aim for the same thing over and over. And each time you hit it, with at least with an anvil or ferro, because it's a heavy hitter gun, it will make it wobble a little bit. So you can make a miss a shot. But I wouldn't rely on that to be, you know, perfect. We didn't really use that many shots. You could throw a grenade on it too. But this is just to show, even with an anvil, it can get done. And there we go. Couple of shots, nothing too serious. And he's gonna go down and take a permanent nap. If you're in a trio, just make sure that you decide, okay, we're gonna go shoot at the two front ones, or whichever you want. Hey, bro, what's good? What's good? Do you want the Rocketeer loot I just shot? I was just filming a clip. No? While we're here, let's do this. I didn't get enough speed. That's embarrassing. Oh no, he just got killed. Are you kidding me? Dude, I swear, every time I'm helping anybody in this video so far, nah, we gotta go avenge that. Freaking every time I'm like, here, I just shot this thing, go loot it. Someone else comes up and bullies the guy that we're helping get a little bit of free stuff. Hey, you shouldn't have killed my friend, man. Shouldn't have killed my friend. Goodbye. I do believe the Rocketeer may have a weak spot under it. Hey, what's good, bro? You can load the Rocketeer. I was the one who shot it. You can grab it, bro. Yeah, keep in mind that where you shoot the propellers, those are the ones that sometimes have the cell in them too. You may want to check those. GG's, bro. So this little ball here is the Surveyor robot. When it detects you, it'll be like, this guy's kind of not friendly. Let me run away. It's kind of like a loot goblin of this game. He does have his different thing where he'll charge against you. I don't know why I'm calling it. He's a freaking robot, bro. When you get close to it, it might charge towards you, but you will not take damage from touching it. And then when it's undetected, we're going to give him a sec to reset. Now he's like, what's going on? Is there anything left? Where did this humanoid go? It's kind of like spiders, you know? He's kind of scared of you. But you don't have to be scared of it, because it only really does a little roll charge that is very easy to dodge. So now it goes about its way, and the way you spot these around the map is he'll stop eventually and do a little survey. That's why they give those little survey things. So here we go. He's going to show his weak spot. That beam can be seen from all over the map. That's a good way to open it. And then as you damage it, little shields will come off of it. So we use the C4 instead here. Land that landing just right. And then boink. That'll do damage, but as you can see, you still gotta shoot it a little bit. So, like 2-3 shots extra. That's a good way to deal with them too if you don't want to run, because as you damage them, these armor plates, as you reveal more, the inner core will drop off one by one. But by using explosive, you can kind of get it all in one place, so you don't have to look everywhere for it. The spider, the leaper, the one that everybody fears. I feel like I just keep saying that with all the robots, but yeah, it's kind of same, right? This one is honestly... Hey, what's good, man? Yeah, I was gonna take out this leaper here. Are you just trying to exfil?
Yeah, I'm just trying to exfil.
Alright, I'm gonna let you skedaddle first then. The leaper is very feared, but do not be too afraid. It's weak. If you have a hole cracker, you can blast 5 shots in the center. It's dead. Maybe even 4 if you place them right. I personally don't go for the legs on it. I go for the eyes. And if you can fight it from inside buildings, that's the easiest way, because it only has 2 attacks. One of them is a leap. Look, he looks scary, right? He looks, oh no, oh no. What are you gonna do? He comes over to you, and then he's like, let me jump on you. And then his second attack is he's gonna charge up like that. You're good. That's the 2 attacks he's got. But really, ideally, you want to fight him from inside a building. Any building will do, because it makes life a lot easier. I personally go for the eye. I feel like that's the easiest. You don't even need to close the door. He's too big to get in. You can literally dance right here. Just gotta get him on the right side. And then sometimes he'll run backwards so he can jump over on you. Sometimes he'll jump when he's right next to you. It really just depends. I keep calling it a he. I need to cancel myself. We want to avoid that. That will go kind of through the buildings a little bit. Is someone shooting at me? I'm not sure. Want him to wake up. Yeah, someone is shooting at me. I guess he found the other guy. Now I guess it's my time to attack the other guy. Now we know where he is. And he got killed. So Karma got that dude. Oh, never mind. That's him right here. That was close. Hey, it's a special breed, that spider, okay? As again, explosives do really, really well against it. Just got to get it on that center part. And okay, he's still not dead. It might be something to do with the wall here and whatnot. Because it's obviously being a little funky. Oh, I might die here. I make a guide on how to deal with AI. Hey, do you have a syringe? Yeah, I have defib. Hell yeah, man! You can loot this leaper. I just got killed by a spider. I'm gonna be honest with you. This guy attacked me, and I freaking got him, and then this spider killed me. It's you got this, brother. Get that little spidey butt. Yes. Now, if you want the leaper stuff, because I'm all good on that. He's kind of all over the place, though. He's in here, he's upstairs. So yeah, this guy was a perfect example that you don't want to be caught out in the open by the leaper unless you know how to dodge it. But if the leaper gets close to you, even stands right next to you, he can still make a jump that you can't dodge. So it's always important to fight him from inside a building. Some maps, such as Blue Gate, has really good buildings. That is the leaper. Again, there's good huts on maps like Spaceport that you can fight it from inside. It always just look around you when you do see one and you want to attack it. Where do you want to attack from? And if you have nades such as Snap Blast or Flame Grenades or the little C4 grenades, those are very good. Again, the Hall Cracker will take it down in 4 to 5 shots. And here's another tip. You've probably wondered what happens when the timer reaches 0. If you don't press the elevator, you will instantly die. But if you do press the elevator, you will get that last chance to get out of the map. It's just kind of, I was in here doing that little leaper clip. So I figured I'd show you guys that too. Because a lot of people probably wonder what the hell happens when the timer hits 0. Let's talk about the wasps. There's 2 ways of dealing with it. Shoot 2 per... Hey, what's good, bro? We cool? Bro, we cool? Okay. Alright, that's all I need to know. Where did my wasp go? There's 2 ways. A solo experience, trusting people. Let me get the heck away from this guy just in case. There are 2 ways to deal with the wasp. It's pretty dang simple. Let's pull it over here first. You can either shoot 2 propellers anywhere on it, or you can go for the body shots. Let's get it over here, because shooting the propellers, one thing will happen, right? When you shoot the first one, it's going to spin out of control. It can make it a little bit... Okay, this time it didn't spin out of control, so it makes it pretty easy. And apparently this gun 2 shots it. But if you have an ammo, you need to 3-shot it. Arrow... I actually don't remember if that 2 or 3 shots it. I'm pretty sure that 3 shots it too. I'm not sure why this sniper 3... I'm not sure why this sniper just 2-shot it. Maybe I hit some kind of weak spot on it. Huh, guess you learn something new every day. I still don't trust that man. I don't trust this guy, bro. He's a little stanky, isn't he? Why is he sneaking up on me, man? Never mind, this time I didn't 2-shot it. Why is he here? I fucking knew it. Well, well, well. Well, 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 my friend. Looks like you have chosen death today. Hello. I'm here to end your life. You want to say you're sorry? Yeah, that don't work. Sorry. Why am I gonna die? Well, well, well. How the tables have turned. Now we run. You know, everyone's saying, oh, 95% of all solo players are so helpful and so nice. Oh man, that must be a big ass freaking set of 5 percentages for me, because this happens too often. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. Why you even have to shoot at me, man? That guy tried to kill me. Oh, okay. End of the conversation. Ah, a Wasp. So, if you have a weaker gun with not a lot of ammo, this isn't upgraded, so I could one-shot this with 1 mag. But I would suggest you go for the propellers. But again, the Wasp, I mean, there's not really much to say about them. Shoot 2 propellers or go for the center. They're pretty easy. Oh, can you just let me record my clip, brother? I'm just trying to fucking record a little clip of a fucking Wasp when you're the 3rd guy to fucking come in, motherfucker. Ah! Anyways, that's the Wasp. There really isn't much to say about the turrets. The small turrets. The little sentries. 2 shots with most guns will take it out. Even this that has moderate damage to them. It's not that bad. Now for the Roombas. This one is the Flame Roomba. Called the... I don't know what it's called, the Fireball. It can be kited pretty easily. It'll just continue to follow you and try to flame you. But as you roll away, you can dodge the flame with ease. Now it does open up its core, that's weaker, but most people kind of just want to spray it. But if you do have a small Stitchers that isn't leveled up, it might make sense to go for it like that. Because we can get down to like 5, 6, 7, 8 bullets, whatever I just used there. Just something to keep in mind for the Fireball, that it does open up that weak spot. So if you do have a very weak gun, I mean, you could also just spray on it, and then when it opens up, roll back and spray again after you reload. So remember to use your roll, because the roll is key to survival. There's not much to say about the Spider, except they make that little sound that you want to keep your ears open for. And then they'll leap on you as you get close. Now you can't dodge that leap. And that's the more aggressive sound. You can dodge that again. A tough opponent. Then when it finally leaps you, hold E to fight it off. There's not really anything to say about this. You guys know about it if you've played for more than 2.5 minutes of Ark. Now for the Snitch. There's 2 ways to deal with this. Shoot 2 propellers or shoot the core of it. With weaker guns, it's definitely worth it to go for the propellers. When you first initiate it, what gets the scent of you, it turns yellow. In this phase, you can still dodge it. As soon as it goes red, it gets a lot harder because as all the other Ark, it flies a lot faster when it's engaged. But you can either go with the 2 propellers, it'll start spinning out of control, and then you can shoot the second. Now, as soon as the line comes, it is already GG. It's gonna fly away after, like that. It doesn't matter if you kill it now. Oh, as soon as the line goes away, sorry, my bad. But these waves that come in, you can easily dodge them too. As long as you just run a little bit away from the area, they're only at yellow alert, meaning they're not gonna just bum rush to you. They'll just be in the vicinity of where the line was from the Snitch. So even if the Snitch has a lock on you, these guys do not, and they quickly forget about you. Now for the Hornet. They'll try to stun you, but you can dodge that stun, and that is all it does. Now if you're too close to it, it's going to be really hard to dodge it, borderline impossible. As long as you keep your distance on these, you can easily dodge it. You just got to time it right when it hits the laser, and then dodge. Now, when these waves come in where there's 2 Wasps... Oh, that was close. And one of these, I would go for the Wasp first, because they actually kind of... You can't just dodge it with roll as you can with this. And then when it comes time to kill it, as you can see, it has shields in the front, and it doesn't in the back. So ideally, you want to shoot the propellers in the back. But sometimes you can't get to it, so you might be forced to shoot one of the front ones. Especially if you have a weaker gun, you really want to go for the back ones, because right about here, we're kind of out of ammo in a normal Stitcher. So that's why you kind of want to get that angle in there and shoot those back propellers. Alright, we can pretend that, again, we can edit that out and post-edit. Normally you shoot the 2 back propellers and it crashes. You can also shoot 1 front, 1 back. It doesn't really matter. Nothing hard to deal with there. The pops. They blow, but you can dodge it. Unless you're me. You can dodge it. But ideally, you want to shoot them even with light ammo. It's only like 3-4 bullets to shoot them. It's nothing much. As you can see, this gun is very weak against Arc, but it still blows up very easily. They have a weak spot, like a little yellow barrel. That little barrel right there.
You just wait for it to shoot, then we can open up on it again. Pretty easy to deal with. This is all for today's video. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. If you did, make sure you subscribe and follow for more, and drop a like while you're at it. Have a wonderful day.